Hello and welcome to Verdictum. I'm Sheetal June and you're watching today's legal news where we update you with the latest legal developments across the country. Starting with the headlines. Mere insult will not constitute offence under SC/ST Act. Intention to humiliate should be there, Supreme Court. Delhi High Court upholds a 120-day deadline for written statements under its original side rules. Supreme Court slams Noida's land owning and development authorities over lack of consideration for homebuyers. Cognizant sues Infosys in US court over stolen trade secrets. Now the news in detail. An offence under the SC/ST Act is not established merely on the fact that the complainant is a member of scheduled caste or scheduled tribe community unless there is an intention to humiliate, the Supreme Court has ruled. A division bench of Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice Manoj Mishra made the observation while granting anticipatory bail to YouTuber Shajan Sakaria, who runs the Muranandan Malayali channel on the video streaming platform. Sakaria had challenged the denial of anticipatory bail to him by the Kerala High Court in a criminal case lodged against him by MLA P.V. Srinijan. Srinijan had lodged the FIR for offences under the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act against Sakaria, challenging that he had intentionally humiliated the lawmaker by making false allegations through a video uploaded on his channel. The court said that the mere fact that the person subjected to insult or intimidation belongs to a scheduled caste or scheduled tribe would not attract the offence under Section 3(1) of the Act unless it was the intention of the accused to subject the person concerned to caste-based humiliation. The Delhi High Court has upheld its original side rule that strictly mandates a filing of written statements within 120 days even in non-commercial matters. A division bench of Acting Chief Justice Manmohan and Justice Mini Pushkarna, while dismissing petitions challenging Rule 4, Chapter 7 of the Delhi High Court Original Side Rules 2018, held that these rules take precedence over the Civil Procedure Code under Section 129, which allows a High Court to make specific rules for itself. The petitions argued that the Rule 4 creates unfair discrimination by treating non-commercial matters differently from district court cases where courts have discretion to allow delays beyond 120 days. The petitioners claimed this rule unfairly disadvantages litigants before the High Court. The court, however, pointed out that the petitioners didn't challenge Section 129 CPC, which authorizes High Courts to make its own procedural rules, and therefore the impugned rule stands valid under Constitution. The Supreme Court has issued a stinging rebuke to Noida's landowners and development officials, condemning them for their indifference to the misery of thousands of homebuyers who have been waiting for years to obtain their apartments. These homebuyers, the Supreme Court remarked, have found themselves stuck between real estate developers' reluctance to complete construction and the authorities' unrelenting pursuit to recover debts owed by such developers. Most of the projects under the IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code are in Noida, and Noida authorities are largely to blame for this. The scheme they framed, they never bothered about flat buyers. They are least concerned about the flat buyers, remarked a bench led by Justice Sanjeev Khanna, highlighting the systemic neglect of home buyers' rights. Coming down heavily on the Yamuna Expressway Industrial Development Authority for assailing a resolution plan for the debt-ridden JP Infratech Limited over compensation claims, the court ruled that the authorities in Noida prioritized recovery of dues from developers over the interest of those who had invested in homes. Cognizant Trizeto Software Group Inc. has filed a case against Infosys Limited in a US court over alleged misappropriation of trade secrets, breach of contract, and unfair competition. Cognizant, in its allegations filed with the Texas court, said that the Bengaluru headquartered IT company unlawfully extracted data from Cognizant database and used it to build and market competing software. Infosys denied the allegations in a statement and said that it would defend itself in court. In a separate battle over Facet's trade secrets, Cognizant recovered $854 million from the Atos Senator in 2020. The award was then reduced and then overturned on appeal last year, but the court concluded that Sintel was still liable for an amount of damage to be calculated. That was all on today's legal news. Thank you and keep watching Verdictum. Subscribe to our channel and download the Verdictum app on iOS and Android devices for latest legal updates.